Been reading about this for weeks, and I finally understand what's going on with this, and it's really unbelievable. About 5 years ago, during the Bush administration, through a voice vote, a bill was passed called the Postal Accountability Enhancement Act in 2006. It mandated that the post office would have to fully fund retiree health benefits for 75 years out ahead. Do you understand what that means? Is that people who aren't even born, certainly not even working at the post office, it needed to fully fund these retirement pension funds for 75 years out, and they needed to do it within 10 years of 2006. This required, and now this is a requirement that no other government agency has and no business in the world has. And this came at a time where in 2006, where the Postal Service handled its largest volume of mail in its 236-year history. Years 2 and 3, respectively, were 2005 and 2007 after that. So the post office going gangbusters. Understand, the post office, do you know what funds the post office? Matt, do you know what funds the post office? Take a guess.
Tax money?
Wrong. Not a single dime of tax money
I never
supports the post office. It is all from stamp sales.
Really?
100%.
Wow.
Now, a postal service is actually called for in the Constitution, but it predates the Constitution, the post office. So in 2006, post office is paying for itself. They have a voice vote under the Bush administration because you know when they see a government entity that is working so well, you know what they want to do, right? They want to help support their bosses, be it UPS or FedEx or whatever. So they passed this law that says the post office must fund 75 years worth of pensions, and they need to do it in the next 10 years, which requires them to basically pay into the system $5 billion extra a year. $5.5 billion to the Treasury for the pre-funding of future retirees' health benefits. And now, the U.S. Post Office is facing a $9 billion deficit. Even though they have already overpaid into this pension fund, depending on whose numbers you use, $75 or $50 billion. So they have a $9 billion operating deficit, but they have overpaid into this pension fund already $50 or $75 billion, depending on whose numbers you use. So this is coming after the postal carriers, letter carriers union, was asked to take benefit cuts and pay cuts. So there's an easy fix for this, right? Because the post office is going to run out of money in the next couple of months or weeks. There's an easy fix for this. It's called House Resolution 1351. The United States Postal Service Pension Obligation Recalculation and Restoration Act of 2011. It's sponsored by Massachusetts Congressman Stephen Lynch. It basically says do an audit of the post office pension account. Find how much extra money is there and apply that figure of overpayment and apply it to operational expenses, which would then provide the post office with the $5.5 billion a year that it needs to actually run its services, and everything would be fine. But there's a chance this bill may not pass, forcing the post office essentially to get a taxpayer bailout so that the Republicans and whomever else, these corporatists, can slowly privatize this incredibly successful and historical operation. It's stunning. And it's happening now, and virtually no one is talking about it. Check out this piece by Alison Kilkenny in Truth Out for all the information you need to know. But it's pretty stunning.